There are a lot of future topics and trends in international management, but I would like to point out 3 of them. The first one is what we all observe at the moment in our environment, that we see a lot of political crisis, a lot of conflicts in various regions of the world, and that these need to be managed. Of course, a multinational enterprise and a manager cannot solve these problems, but the managers have to cope with the problems, which means they have to know what are the reasons for the political conflicts. Very often they are in the cultural values, and so the managers have to know what is going on in order to be sensitive, in order to be able to manage their business despite all of these political conflicts and risks we have at the moment. The second point is not a new point, but it's a very strong point. We observe that there is a lot of corruption in the world, so the topic of ethics, the topic of how to manage corruption is a very important one. Many multinational companies have answered this challenge by developing a code of conduct, and now they need to secure that their managers are really in line with the code of conduct. This also is something which has cultural issues, cultural roots, and again, the managers need to know why and where does corruption occur, and how can I, as a manager, cope with this situation and be successful, although I do not want to engage in corruption procedures. The third point can rather be found in the environment of business. What we observe is that we have more and more multinational enterprises which have their origins in emerging countries, such as Russia, India, South Korea, or China. What does it mean? In the past, we rather observed companies with origins from the United States, from Germany, from the Western industrialized countries. If we now have multinational companies from other origins, they may have other corporate cultures, they may use different management processes, and the managers need to be aware of that. They need to understand what happens in these multinational enterprises from emerging markets.